and Barb from Garden Heights Nursery, and they're going to show us how to make a nice spring basket of flowers today. I'll leave you to it.
All right, thanks, Robert. All right, Barb and I are here. We've got a basket, and one of these things is, this is an easy thing to do because a lot of people get baskets of things for Christmas or gifts, and so you can just take that basket that you didn't know what to do with. You can cut a plastic trash liner to line it, just a trash can liner, and then start with some good potting soil. And start putting a little bit of potting soil in. I have already added to the potting soil a little Osmocote and Soil Moist. That would be a little fertilizer, and this will help retain some moisture so it won't dry out so much. Because when you're putting it in your house in winter, it'll dry out really fast. So do that. Start with that much. And then Barb's got some plants here for me. We're going to make this basket more on a St. Patrick's Day theme. So we're sticking with like greens and whites with a little dash of yellow. And I like to use a little fern or ivy or something to give it a kind of a natural gardening look. For St. Patrick's, I always think of Ireland as being a little bit more rustic and not so formal. I'll take a little fern. Might put that guy in last. He's got big leaves. This is a hyacinth bulb that has been forced by the grower, and it's really fragrant. It's really our favorite thing. I love putting one of these in a basket because you get that fragrance in the house. And put this little guy. Put him in here. Little ivies. Fill up the side here. And if you don't have enough plant material, you can always just fill it up with some soil and sprinkle some grass seed. And grass seed will germinate very quickly and gives you a cute little green lawn look, you know, very light green. And then when it starts to grow, you might have to cut it with a scissors to keep it looking nice. And put a little more soil in there. Kind of want to fill it up in all the little holes. Now, the other thing I like to do is if I don't have grass seed on hand, you know, buy some good quality moss. All different kinds now. The reindeer moss is really cute. It's a lime green color. You get the Spanish moss. This mood moss is really fuzzy and furry. I've got some sheet moss open. I thought I'd use that. Makes a little green lawn look in there. Kind of reminds me of the woods, a little rustic, woody look. Cleans it up. Sometimes if you use a basket that has really open leaf too, you can stick some little moss in the little holes and it looks like it's growing out of the basket. Here's a little more finished look. I can tuck my plastic down in there, put the moss in. I take the tags out. You don't see that. And you get a nice little group of colors. Oh, I'm missing my tulip. That's what I was missing. My tulip. That's what goes right in here. I like the tulip for a little height. There we go. And again, I mean, if you see here, you can see the bulb and the roots. This has been forced by a greenhouse grower, so it's a beautiful shape. And we're going to tuck him right down here. That adds a little pop of color. And I like the fact that it's in there's various shades of open. There's almost a closed tulip, you know, an open one, and a little bit more open one that I can see the color on the inside. It's very natural looking, but it'll last longer because they're in different stages of opening. I like to get some bulbs that are not open all the way, so it'll last longer. And then these bulbs can be later planted out in the garden. Just make sure you let the foliage ripen. What I call ripen, you know, keep the foliage on because that feeds the bulb. And then keep them watered on a windowsill or something, and then later plant it in the garden. Now, So for this little theme of St. Patrick's, I kind of thought something a little rustic, you know, mushroom to put in there, a little bird, kind of decorated, maybe even if you like a little lamb or something that gets more into an Easter theme, or, you know, I always think of the lambs when I was in Ireland, all the sheep and lambs crossing the road. It was so cute, so I always think of having the sheep. But, you know, a little decoration in there makes a really cute gift, and these are things that can be used again in house plants and stuff. Makes a good centerpiece like this. We also have one kind of set up here. If you can see this, I'll bring it over. That more for Easter with pastel colors. And here we've got the blue hyacinth and the pink tulips. And it's a little early for pansies and violas, so I did a little African violet. But by the time Easter's here, you'll be able to get some other spring annuals. We have primrose in here, but you'll be able to do pansies, violas, snapdragons, dianthus. Dusty Miller is the gray foliage for some foliage color. And then here I you can put a little ceramic bunny in it, or if you do a basket with a little grass, you can put some Easter eggs. There's some marbled Easter eggs that I like, and then you can reuse them. And you can put a little area of grass in there and do your Easter eggs. We even have, you know, the chocolate bunny. Cyclamen are good for good color. Those are readily available most times a year, and other little bunnies. So here's another one we did that's in a flat tray with the moss and just primrose, and it just looks like a little garden. It's something that you can put on your front porch. And then later on, this can be done with some other annuals that we'd be getting in. Alyssum is really cute because that kind of would be along the edges and give you a little white color to it. We were trying to get some oxalis. That's another great one for the St. Patrick's Day basket, the little shamrocks. So there's a lot of fun stuff you can add to these. And it makes a little fun project you can do at home and enjoy and put on your table for a party and put out on the front porch and enjoy it for a couple of weeks. So that's it, Robert. Thank you.
Thank you.